Who doesn't want a cruise to feel more luxurious? Now, it's not what you're thinking. These tips are not going to break the bank. Most of these tips and hacks are either free or relatively inexpensive. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, if you're going on a cruise and maybe you have a little bit of a busy life, maybe even a little bit of a stressful life, you might be thinking, how can I make my cruise vacation even better, feel more luxurious, maybe even feel a little bit more pampered during my holiday? This is the video for you. I asked in the LifeWell Cruise community, what are some ways that you make your cruise vacation feel more luxurious? Now, of course, you could always book a suite. That is one way. But there were so many tips and tricks that were shared that are relatively inexpensive, sometimes absolutely free. And I guarantee, although you may not use all of these, if you pick one or two that are the right fit, they will make your vacation better. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one, order a few special items to your cabin on embarkation day. Now, that can be champagne or Prosecco. Oftentimes that's going to come with a couple of champagne glasses. That is a really nice thing to have at sail away. Or some people mentioned that they like to order chocolate covered strawberries. Now, you can usually order these items in your pre-cruise planner online on the cruise line website, but as well, if you're on a cruise that allows you to bring some champagne or some wine on board, you can actually bring that on and save a lot of money. Number two, dress up for dinners. Now, a lot of people said it doesn't mean dressing in formal wear or fancy, but just dress up a little bit more than you would every day. And that way you do feel a little bit more special, and it does make the cruise feel a little bit more luxurious. You might even feel like you're on a little bit of a date night every single night of your cruise. Number three, have your laundry done on the cruise. Now, many cruise lines do offer laundry packages. Now, we did a laundry package. We were on a 12-night Holland America Panama Canal cruise. I took the laundry package because I did think this would be quite convenient. And I have to say, it did feel like a luxury. Every time I had some items that were dirty, I was able to leave them in a little bag on the bed. And then later on, a day or two later, those items were returned to me on hangers, pressed nicely, and it did feel like a little luxury. Please let me know if you've ever used any of the laundry or even the pressing packages on a cruise. Please let me know down in the comments below. And number four, this is another simple one, but have a pre-dinner drink. So rather than rushing to dinner, whether it's at the buffet or in the main dining room or one of the restaurants, instead plan a little bit of extra time, maybe about an hour, to have a pre-dinner drink or cocktail at one of your favorite bars. Not only can it feel really nice to reconnect with the person that you're traveling with, but you might even make some new friends. Number five, book a thermal spa pass. Now, this really is a luxury. I have to say, we did this on a Norwegian cruise about a year ago, and it was the first time that I ever did this. I just loved it. Whether we enjoyed this in the morning or even after coming back from an excursion, in my opinion, this is something that is well worth the cost. Number six, order fresh flowers to your cabin. Now, this is something that I don't think a lot of people do, but some people did share that they did this. And if you enjoy the smell of fresh flowers, personally, I really do. Just imagine you've got your fresh flowers. Maybe you have a balcony cabin and you smell the ocean too. How luxurious that would feel. Now, speaking of balcony cabins, book a balcony cabin. This was something a lot of people mentioned. If you can afford it, if you can upgrade to a balcony cabin, maybe even you could bid for an upgrade, or you can book far in advance and you can get a balcony cabin. This is a little bit of luxury because you do get that space to have your coffee in the morning time, or maybe a drink before dinner, or maybe a place to read that's really quiet, and just to have your own private ocean view. That definitely is something special. Now, of course, if you can afford it, book a suite. Some people said they'd rather actually cruise less often, but have the luxury of a suite. Would you do that? Please let me know down in the comments below. By the way, if you're planning a cruise and you're trying to keep organized, I do have the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that you can use from the moment you book your cruise all the way through embarkation and disembarkation. It includes packing lists, cruise planning forms, cruise budget forms, and more. If you are interested in checking out what is included in the Life Well Cruised Ultimate Cruise Planner, I'm going to leave all of the information linked down below in the description of this video. Having room service breakfast on the balcony at least once during your cruise. Now, I do think that that is a little luxury that is either inexpensive or oftentimes free. Most cruise lines these days do offer free breakfast room service, so what a nice little luxury to enjoy. Ask your cabin attendant for a cruise line bathrobe. Now, I have to say, this is something I really do enjoy when I'm on a cruise, and I miss it. When I'm in a hotel and there's no bathrobe, it just doesn't feel quite right. Have your hair done at the cruise ship salon. Now, in particular, just have your hair blow dried. Now, I am speaking probably a little bit more to women than men, but honestly, you can get a haircut on a cruise or maybe a shave for men, and I do think that that would be a really nice little luxury. And especially if you have some onboard credit, you could use that onboard credit towards any of these items. Now, I did have my hair blow dried once on a cruise. It was formal night on our Holland America cruise, and it was so humid. It was Panama Canal. And I decided to see if they could fit me in for a last minute booking. I so enjoyed it. It was really well worth it. Now, this one is for before your cruise. A lot of people said a really nice way to make a cruise feel more luxurious, to make you feel more pampered, is to book a manicure and pedicure before your cruise. And people said they do it even as a couple. So men, you can do this as well. Now, I'm on number 13 now. However, I do have 15, but I did save 5 that are honorable mentions or bonuses. Number 13, get a package that includes your drinks, your tips, maybe your specialty dining. A lot of people said one of the best ways to make a cruise feel more luxurious is to actually not have any big bill during your cruise, not think about budgets or anything at all. And by getting that package pre-cruise, you solve that dilemma. Number 14, this is one of my favorites. I do this on every cruise. Book at least one specialty dining restaurant. Even though the main dining room can be really good, even though there is a lot of food on a cruise, sometimes just eating in the main dining room does feel a little bit more intimate, does feel a little bit more special, and I do think it adds a little bit of a luxurious touch to a cruise. Book one of the exclusive adult-only spaces on your cruise ship, so like the Vibe or the Sanctuary. So basically some of those spaces that are really going to be a little bit more exclusive, a little bit quieter, a little bit easier to get those lounge chairs. A lot of people said that really is a luxury they enjoy and they think is worth paying for. Or alternatively, book a cabana on the Lido deck. Okay, I have 5 honorable mentions or bonuses, and a couple of them are pretty funny, and there's one that I think is really worth remembering. So leave the kids at home. That is one way to make the cruise feel more luxurious. Order cake for an anniversary or birthday. And if there is no anniversary or birthday during the cruise, then make one up. Pre-shop for new clothes and new shoes. I probably do that just a little. Wear makeup on a cruise, even if you don't usually wear it at home, and basically do a little bit of self-care. Some people shared that what they like to do is actually bring some of their own items from home, like facial masks and things like that, and they kind of pamper themselves on a cruise, even if they are bringing those items from home and doing that in their own cabin. Enjoy the little things and take every moment in. That could be the ocean view, the sunsets, and the sunrises. And never forget that the whole cruise is a luxury. After all, we're not cooking, we're not cleaning, and we're not planning our next meal. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know what are some of the things that you do or that you think you might do maybe in the future that will add a little bit of luxury or pampering to your cruise. Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.